Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my wisdom tooth surgery that I had 6 months ago. So about 6 months ago on March 26th, I had my wisdom tooth surgery. I didn't really have wisdom tooth pain until Thanksgiving of last year. I woke up with this incredible pain on the side of my mouth, and I didn't go to the dentist till February. And when I had the x-rays done, I had all 4 of my wisdom teeth coming in, but my bottom left one was an impacted tooth, which means that my tooth, instead of growing straight up, it was growing inside of my tooth. So that was so incredibly painful. So I went to all my appointments that I had to make, and so on the day before my birthday, on March 21st, I went for my pre-op. And he looked at my mouth, told me what the procedure was and everything like that, and then we scheduled it for March 26th. So, of course, I was so happy to finally have the surgery, to get rid of all the pain, but it was 4 days after my birthday. So I knew I wasn't going to totally enjoy my birthday because I was going to be totally worried about this upcoming surgery. So, in fact, my birthday was really bad because I just could not get it out of my mind, and I was a little sick that day, so I just could not enjoy my birthday, which sucks. But when the day came, I had my mother-in-law drive me to my surgery, and my husband went with. And I honestly was so nervous leading up to it because I have had a previous surgery with my muscular dystrophy, a biopsy. And in that surgery, I woke up during it. So I was so afraid that that was going to happen again, like I was going to wake up during surgery or whatnot. Thankfully, though, in the morning of, I was so calm, and I totally give that up to prayer because I had so many people praying for me, and I felt like I was in a constant prayer of, Lord, please help me with the pain and my nerves and everything like that. And it was such a godsend of how everything played out as well. Because my husband lost his job in January, and we were, of course, worried about that. He got a job about a week later, so thank you, Jesus, for that. But the way that his severance pay came in with his job that he lost, it was able to cover the surgery. So it was totally meant to be in God's timing. So that was so not a worry, which I noticed most people really worry about when or how they can pay for surgery, because it is not cheap. It is really not cheap, even with insurance. So the morning of, I was really calm, and I felt like I wasn't freaking out. I know you can't eat before the surgery, and I was so thirsty, so I tried not to talk because it just hurt my throat to talk, because I was so incredibly thirsty. I wanted just a drink of water so bad. But I had my surgery at 10 in the morning, the day before Easter, and on a Saturday. And so I went to the surgery. Took about 5-10 minutes to fill out the paperwork, and lo and behold, I was taken back there for the surgery. And I'm totally afraid of needles. I'm like the biggest baby, and I mean the biggest baby when it comes to that. So I asked for my husband if he can be in the room with me, and they totally let him be in the room. So I remember squeezing onto his hand, and the more they did, put the IV in me and the gas on my mouth or my nose and my mouth, I was squeezing his hand tighter and tighter because I just did not want him to go. And I was just so incredibly nervous. But, some people say that the surgery is literally like a long blink. Like you close your eyes and you just feel like it was a long blink, even though it's like a 30 to an hour long surgery process. So that's honestly how it felt, and I do remember, unfortunately, waking up once during it. I remember waking up and them putting tons of pressure on my mouth, and I closed my eyes, and I guess I went back to sleep. But after the surgery's over, which I had a total of 5 teeth pulled. I had my 3 regular wisdom tooth, my impacted wisdom tooth, and a cracked tooth. So I had 5 teeth pulled in total. So I was in a lot of pain by the time I got up to my surgery. So after the hour surgery, 30 minutes for that, and then 30 minutes to, kind of wake up and everything like that, and I was totally out of it. I remember thanking the nurse. I remember like patting her hand, like, thank you so much, with my mouth full of gauze. And my mother-in-law pulled a car to the back, and my husband was waiting for me, and the nurse just wheeled me out there and got in the car. And where the dentist's office was right across the street from PetSmart. And this was a weekend where they had their adopt-a-thon, where they had puppies and kitties and all that in their parking lot. And I'm such an animal person, so all I could think about was puppies. I wanted to go see the puppies so incredibly bad. And I, with a mouthful of gauze, was trying to tell my husband, puppies, puppies, I want to go see the puppies. And but of course we had to go home. And on our way home, I remember asking all the time, like, where are we going? Where are we going? I thought for sure we were going to stop somewhere or run errands or whatnot. And my husband kept on saying, we're going home, you know, we're going home. But still, I asked, where were we going? So we got home, and by the time we got into town, because we lived about 30 minutes away from where the surgery took place, from where we live now, and there's only one pharmacy opened in the whole town. So my mother-in-law had about 30 minutes to go to the pharmacy and fill the prescriptions and get it back to me, because I had to take the pain medicine before all the stuff started to wear off. And I remember my chin, it felt so mushy. I don't know if that's like a great description of it, but every time I felt my chin, it just felt like mush. And that, of course, freaked me out. But when we got home, I settled into my comfy recliner, which my husband got for me for Valentine's and for my upcoming surgery. So I thought that was so sweet and so nice of him, because the first 24 hours you're not allowed to lay back. You have to be at an incline. So it was so nice of him to get me a recliner so I could be comfortable. So after my mother-in-law came back with the prescriptions, you know, I took my medicines, which I was really overwhelmed with how many medications they give you. I had like about 4 different medications that they prescribed me. And I thought for sure something for the pain, but there's a whole bunch of other stuff. And I do not like taking medicines. I do not like taking medicines. I can't actually swallow pills. So that, of course, worried me. But my husband was so sweet. He just crushed up all the medicines and gave it to me in applesauce or whatnot. So that was very, very nice. He took care of me so well that whole entire recovery process. He was just an angel to me. And I honestly was not in a lot of pain, which you would, me being a whole person, I just do not like to be in pain. Well, I don't think anybody really likes to be in pain. But I don't like pain. So, after I got, you know, medicine in me and whatnot, I just relaxed for the whole day and just watched TV with my husband, and he moved his Xbox and stuff into the living room, so he played and whatnot. I think one of the hardest things of the whole process was, of course, worrying about the surgery of, you know, this could happen or this could happen. You know, you never know what could happen in that kind of situation. Was that the next day was Easter, and I'm really big on holidays, so I was so looking forward to going over to my mother-in-law's and, you know, having just a great big lunch and just spending time with family. But since for 24 hours, I was, you know, on just nothing but liquids, when she brought over some leftovers from their dinner, Easter dinner, just like the smell of, you know, the brisket and rolls and mashed potatoes, even though I got to eat the mashed potatoes, which was nice. Just, it was so hard for me to smell all that and not eat it. I mean, that was definitely hard, the whole not eating. I mean, you're having to drink liquids, and you could just like feel your stomach wanting and needing more, which is really difficult, but it does get better. So I feel like I overall had a good experience. I did not really like the dentist all that much. I have a lot of medical things, so of course I was very worried when I went into the, you know, pre-op and asking him a lot of questions, and he kind of just brushed me off the whole entire time. And that really, you know, didn't set well with me, but he did very well on my surgery. I mean, barely any swelling or anything like that. It went really, really well. So I am thankful for that. I just wish I was a little bit more comfortable with him in the whole process and everything like that. But it did work out. So I'm glad about that. I'm alive and alive to tell the story. But other than that, pretty good experience. I was, just so worried about the whole thing. And now looking back, I'm like, I could have been a little less, tense about it. I definitely didn't need to be as tense. But of course, everybody's like, I didn't need to do this. I didn't need to do this. So it's a live and learn moment. So that is my wisdom tooth story. And everything just went fine, and I don't know why when I have surgeries I wake up during the surgeries. I have no idea why. It's kind of scary. I can do another video like this video, and I'll do another video on my whole biopsy when I was 5-6 years old. I remember the whole entire process, and so that was a whole nother deal. So like this video if you want to see that video, and comment down below if you've had wisdom tooth surgery and how's yours went. But thank you for watching my video, and I'll see y'all next time.